In the last episode, things did not end too well for our new Goldwing. It was not going into gear. The whole bike just shut off. So right now I've got no power, no clutch. In this episode, we're gonna dive in and see what actually happened and why we were stranded on the side of the road. G'day all and welcome back to another episode. As you can see, we're back on the Goldwing. It's been a few days since we broke down, and today I want to dive in and see what actually happened and what had us stranded on the side of the road and running traffic like a madman. Oh no, zebra crossings, I can't stop. Would have been a sight if anyone did see me out that day because it was absolutely chaos. And looking back at the footage, I did not even show a fraction of the drama. But what I didn't actually show is I did break down previous to all of that, and the Australian Federal Police did pull over and hit me up to see what the hell I was doing because I was near the government house. So that turned into chaos, but they were great. The Goldwing did put a smile on one of their faces. The other one wasn't too amused, so I got out of there quick. But today I did want to dive into what the actual issues are. Now, first impression, without actually looking into too much of the bike, these old Goldwings, they run a hydraulic clutch lever, whatever. So generally, a lot of the old Harleys are cable, whereas this one actually runs .4 brake fluid. I don't know, whatever. So there is a slight chance that the cable itself or whatever is just full of air bubbles. Now that can be quite common from what I've researched if a bike has been left for a very long time. So generally what happens is with the air bubbles, once the bike heats up, you'll start to completely lose all clutch. So now on the day, this completely went all the way back and just did not work at all. So now there is actually a little bit of resistance as the bike has had a few days to cool down. So I think that's a pretty good sign there is air in the actual system. So today we're gonna suck all that out, put new brake fluid in it, and fingers crossed we can get this bike back on the road. As far as the electrical problem, we'll dive into that later. Now, you've probably already noticed I got a nice new mic, as the last one did get completely destroyed in the last episode. It got ran over and that is no longer with us. But while I was there, I did also pick up a new mount for the camera. So now I can turn any bike in the garage into a tripod. I also want to try and run it on the handlebars and try and get you guys some better footage and better angles and all of that. So fingers crossed it all works out. But for now, let's dive in and try and get this bike back on the road. In true fashion on this Goldwing, both of these bolts are completely different. So let's just rip that cap off now. That is nearly empty. Alright, good to see all the components are under here. But yeah, there's not much left in it. That is super low. So it might be a little difficult to see. But let's get all that out and put some fresh stuff in. I forgot to hit record, but we've just topped that up now, so that's now up to where it needs to be. And I'm going to chuck this dude on. So I'm just going to treat this like I'm bleeding the brake system. If that fails, then I'll get the manual out. But for now, I'm going to chuck this on. There's a little bleeder valve just underneath. So I'm going to chuck this on and see what happens. All right. Already you can see this fluid is absolutely disgusting. So I'm going to keep pumping this out and then hopefully it'll start to get a bit more clear. I didn't want to record it, but the postie just came past and I've got the garage door up at the moment. And pretty much any time a postie comes past, they're a bike enthusiast. So he complimented me on the collection. Anyway, I'm going to get stuck back in this. Actually, I wonder what parts just rocked up. It was the new reflectors for the back. So that'll get put on towards the end of this episode. But for now, let's keep on with this clutch. Have a look at that. That is putrid. So I've sucked all the line out. I've also sucked all the top out. It was full of gunge. So I'm gonna keep running some fresh stuff through it. And yeah, hopefully it'll start to clear up. All right, so we won't actually know if that's fixed the problem until I get it out and take it for a ride. So it kind of feels like once you put on about 20 kilometers, that's when I think we'll notice if it's fixed up or not. So I'm gonna clean this up, put the cap back on. We've drained quite a significant amount and it is almost black how bad it is. So I doubt this has been changed for potentially years. I think they say on average you're meant to change it out every maybe year or two, depending on your ride and weather conditions and whatnot. But that is absolutely filth. So I'm gonna pack all this up and then we might chuck on the reflectors, and then from here, might take it out for a run. Now I've just gone to put the cap on, and I could be wrong, but we've got this little rubber piece here, but I'm pretty certain underneath there's meant to be a bit of a white plate as well. So by the time you guys are watching this, I would have already worked it out, so no need to chuck it in the comments. But I'm gonna chuck this on and go from there. So I think in the last episode, you've seen me install all these lower lights here, and we just had a delivery from the States for these top few. So not only that, when I did get the rego inspection, it did fail the first time, and that is because of these light colors here. So these are red, they're meant to be yellow. Yellow ones have just turned up, so I'm gonna get these thrown on and see how the back end looks. Now you can't polish a turd, but you can put new reflectors on it, so that looks so much better. So from here, we're going to move on to these side reflectors and see how it looks yellow. All right, so I've finished up with the Goldwing for today. I still do need to put a whole heap of the fairings back on, but the garage is an absolute mess at the moment. So I'm gonna clean this place up, and then tonight I think I might take the bike out for a ride, heading out for dinner with a few of the boys. So at least that way, if it does break down, I've got someone to give me a lift home, and also the boys are pretty handy on the bikes as well. So it could be a roadside mission, but fingers crossed all goes well. So when you see this bike next, it'll be tonight.